Hello and welcome to Iconic Brands. In this edition we're going away from the usual MGBs and cars and classic cars. We're going to classic furniture. This is upcycled furniture, and this place I'm at now is different from most places because they actually upcycle it for you. A bit later in this video I'm going to have a go at doing one myself, but for now I'm going to get this company to do this one. Working magic on it, and we'll see it when it's finished. Thank you very much. See you later. Take care. Bye. While that one's been done at the upcycling centre, I'm going to do this one myself. It should be interesting to see whether it's worth doing it yourself or not. And that is the idea of this video. I'll be showing more of that one after this one. Bit of a squeeze, but I managed to get the cabinet into the car, so a little bit mad, but there you go. Just about managed to get in the car. It was a bit of a nightmare because it was a bit bigger than what I thought, and it was raining and I couldn't get the roof fully down on the car. Each piece of furniture has got its own little story to tell on its journey to my house. I'm hoping to give some of you clues on whether it's worth it or not, and the costs involved in upcycling furniture. I have my views on it, which I'll be giving you at the end of this video, and the final results on how they all look now they're finished. One of the reasons why it's good to do these jobs yourself, because you can change it and move it around to suit your taste. So I've gone for a matte finish here in marine blue. This is a solid marine blue round there, cream base with a light blue over the top, just to give it that washed sort of look, which blends in well with the seaside theme I've got going on in this room. I gave it a solid blue on the side, again to give it that sea look. And there you have it, one upcycled cupboard. That's a handy storage there, and it's lockable with 3 useful drawers which I'll keep more DVDs in. Another interesting thing about this piece of furniture is that when you do bring this door down, you see what happens. It's mechanical, this arm comes out and then supports things. So as you bring this lid up, that goes back in. clawed feet on the bottom. So for £50 I'm not going to do a fat lot to this piece of furniture. It really would be a shame, other than keeping it clean, of course. Here's some examples of how some bureaus look after upcycling, but I chose not to with mine. Now on to the summary of all three pieces of furniture. Furniture number 2 was a lot of fun doing. I did thoroughly enjoy doing it. I had several attempts at it because I wasn't happy with the colour at first, and that's the beauty of doing it yourself in your own home. You can adjust paint and adjust colours to suit you, and if you're not keen on it, you just give it another coat. To be fair, it was a lot of work. There was several hours work of sanding and undercoating and priming and painting and top coating and changing my mind. So there's a lot of trouble. But I did have a lot of fun doing it, and I did quite enjoy it, to be honest. So you have to weigh that up against the extra cost of having somebody else do it for you. I think this has been an interesting video in helping people, whether it's worthwhile doing your own upcycling or not. In my opinion, I love wood. I just love the wood effect, and there's no way I would paint over a walnut per bureau. All that needs was a coat of polish, and to my mind that's probably the best one I enjoyed the most. Just simply going out, buying a great piece of furniture or a great price, to be honest, and polishing it up, and that's it. Because at the end of the day, it's what you actually like yourselves. Go out, and if you see a piece that's just jumps out on you and you like the look of it, then in my opinion it would spoil it to paint it. On the other hand, if it looks beat up and it needs some work doing to it and it looks a bit sad, then by all means paint it and give it a new life. And you can paint it to the decor that I've done in this house, as you can see, this light blue. My summary on all this exercise is all three have got their own merits, and all three are totally different really from each other. On the one hand, you can just sit back and let a company do it for you, and you get the joy of having something made specially for, well, not made, something painted for you, especially for you, with no mess and no having to buy any paint or anything like that. I think the best upcycling project out of the three was probably the cupboard that I've had for years. It really did need cheering up, unless you're a wood fan and you just like to see wood. I'm a wood fan too. I like to see good wood, but if it starts to look a bit sad, then by all means paint it. I mean, for 30 quid, I think it's gone from that to that. You make your own mind up on that. Hopefully this video has helped you with upcycling and whether you think it's worth it or not. I've opened a few issues here with upcycling. In some cases upcycling looks great. I mean, I've seen sideboards which have been totally transformed and look totally different to where they were. They were drab brown, knocked about things, and they're painted up in great colours, and they really have transformed an old piece of furniture. But would I do that to the antique Burr bureau? No, I wouldn't. And I think it'd be sacrilege to do that to a piece of furniture like that, just a bit of polish. Other pieces of furniture, well, perhaps might have been scrapped or burned years ago, and to give them a new lease of life. Any renovation project, you have to weigh up the cost of renovation over whether it's actually worth doing it, whether the piece of furniture or whatever it is, like in iconic brands is cars and bikes, you have to weigh it up whether the cost of renovation is actually more than the actual value of the item. Having said that, if it's a labour of love, something that you actually love and want to keep, and cost is not an issue, then by all means, I'm not to judge anybody's decisions. I'm just basing everything on my own experiences. So my overall summary, all three furnitures were great. I enjoyed every bit of it. It really was a good experience, and none of them are really my favourites. They're all enjoyable in their own ways. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I think thinking about it, that I wouldn't have changed anything. I think it's been an interesting exercise in upcycling. It's my first time doing this with furniture, and really, would I do it again? Probably not, to be perfectly honest. I don't think I'd upcycle a piece of furniture. I think I do love to see wood, good quality wood, and I certainly wouldn't paint over everything that I saw. I think the pine cabinet, the number 2, yes, I think that was worth doing. Number 1 was a lovely mahogany china cabinet. It's a shame to paint over mahogany, but I think you can see from the results it's gone from that to that. At this point in the video, I was hoping to show you a cream and white finished china cabinet, but it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, Fossway Furniture, who I ordered the job to be done by, just could not get the paint job right. Which just goes to show you it's not as easy as you think doing these things when a company like that struggle to get these sort of jobs done. Here's a message I had from them. We are having bleed through on this project, which is proving a nightmare as keying and stain blocker doesn't seem to be doing the trick. Well, the point of the video is to demonstrate how easy or how hard it is to do this kind of work. So I appreciate Fossway Furniture for being honest about that they are having problems, and I've been in regular contact with them. And unfortunately, the job is not up to standard for them or me. So unfortunately, I've had a refund on the cabinet, which is a shame. But it just goes to prove that, you know, these jobs, you think you take them on, and when a company like that struggle with stuff like that, you know, basically getting the paint to stick, basically, you know, then it just goes to prove that just be cautious out there when taking these projects on. You know, they don't always go to plan. So it's an interesting ending to this video regarding project number 1. That it's not the ending that I was anticipating. Righto, on with the summary. So at the end of the day, if you want to paint it pink with green spots, carry on, it's yours, it's your house. Well, hopefully this video has helped you with something, and you may have learned something from this. Thanks for watching this far. You haven't fell asleep or anything like that, and if you can find the time, please like the video, or if you're feeling really generous, you might even subscribe. I could do with a few more, thank you. So until next time.